You might have to suppress a gasp when you see the newly discovered old photographs of Barbra Eden. What if I told you that there is nothing left to use with the imagination? Make sure you read all the way through because I'll be sharing every incredible detail, every daring moment caught in these pictures, and every response from both fans and critics. You won't want to miss a moment of this intriguing look into the past of one of Hollywood's most recognizable characters, because the truth about Barbra Eden's beauty and sense of style is portrayed in a way that will cause you to reconsider all you previously believed. Barbra Eden was regarded as the pinnacle of classic splendor for a long time. She exuded elegance and classic beauty in each appearance on television. Nevertheless, the message these old photos, which are making a comeback, convey is both memorable and controversial. The audacity and pure honesty of the side of Barbra they present to you may surprise you. You'll see a woman who wasn't scared to push the limits of what was deemed appropriate at the time as you go through these pictures with me. Every picture captures a moment in time when she dared to be completely herself, revealing subtleties that are both interesting and brave. Consider a scenario from a bygone era when cinema stars were supposed to keep a chic and modest appearance. In this case, however, Barbra Eden exceeds all expectations with an unrepentant flair. In one picture, the soft lighting touches her features, making each curve and line so dramatic that you can't help but be engrossed in the moment. A visually spectacular and sometimes scandalous story is told by the use of translucent materials, severe cuts, and her somewhat unfiltered self-presentation in these pictures. She was never satisfied with hiding behind a well-maintained facade and cherished every aspect of herself, regardless of how unusual it might have been for her. Time. Every little detail seems to have been captured to highlight this. Apart from their visual attractiveness, these images also provide an intriguing account of how public opinions of celebrities have changed over time. A leading lady's appearance was strictly regulated by Hollywood at the time, and any departure from the standard was greeted with both praise and controversy. Because there is no space for interpretation, Barbra's photographs challenge those antiquated ideas of beauty. They make us think. In an era where beauty was valued above all else, what does it mean to be genuinely sincere? These pictures show a woman who made the decision to be as honest and open as she could, which many considered revolutionary. Her audacious plan was to assert her individuality on her own terms, regardless of how upsetting it would seem to the general public, rather than pursuing attention for its own sake. Consider the effect these pictures would have had on earlier audiences while you watch. At a period when glamour was carefully planned and every public appearance was closely monitored, Barbra Eden's candid expression of her true self must have astounded Hollywood. Her bold commitment to self-expression astounded fans, reviewers, and even other celebrities. These images reflect the essence of a woman who disregarded the rigid norms of her era, in addition to showcasing her physical beauty in all its splendor. Her unadorned appearance provides a window into the subtleties of a demeanor that was as complicated as it was legendary, demonstrating that grace and elegance could coexist with boldness and vulnerability. She was a true trailblazer. Furthermore, these pictures continue to provoke heated discussions today. There are a lot of debates on social media around how much personal information a celebrity should share. While some contend that Barbra's audacious decisions were too extreme for the conservative norms of her era, others view them as a timeless reminder of the value of being true to oneself. Whatever your thoughts, there's no doubting that these images have a seductive attractiveness that causes you to reconsider your perception of traditional Hollywood beauty. They serve as a reminder that genuine beauty is accepting all facets of oneself, particularly those that some may deem controversial or overly daring, rather than concealing them behind layers of perfection. As we examine these powerful pictures in further detail, you'll see how the clothing, the lighting, and shadows, and even the location all combine to produce an intriguing and thought-provoking story. By creating soft shadows on her body's features, the delicate yet dramatic lighting in these pictures accentuates her strength and tenderness. Every shot is transformed into a narrative piece of art by the backgrounds, which can be anything from a straightforward outdoor scene to a complex studio set. The era's cinematic flair, when even an unforeseen circumstance offered a chance to capture a star's genuine personality without the need for extensive editing or retouching, is reflected in these details, which are not incidental. These images are made much more fascinating by the fact that they provide a glimpse into a different era where traditions were being subtly but effectively questioned. One could argue that Barbara Eden's unvarnished self-portrayal in these pictures served as a model for the contemporary push toward authenticity and body acceptance. It serves as a reminder that even the most famous people in Hollywood were once at the forefront of a daring new ideal of self-expression and beauty. Her bold strategy has allowed future generations to challenge conventional notions of glamour and value the unadulterated, unprocessed moments that really define who we are. As the film progresses, professionals and die-hard admirers will also discuss how these images have reframed Barbara Eden's legacy and influenced the larger discourse on beauty in society. They will talk about how she has become a timeless figure and a symbol of the strength of self-acceptance because of her resolve to be transparent about every aspect of her looks. These observations enrich the conversation by emphasizing that her metamorphosis was not merely a fashion decision, but rather a brave act of self-discovery that still has an impact on viewers today. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. For more fascinating information that reveals the true tales of famous people and celebrity makeovers, please click the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Please do so if you found this in-depth examination of the intriguing and thought-provoking history of Barbara Eden's vintage photos inspiring, and if you are drawn to tales that embrace authenticity and subvert traditional notions of beauty. We truly value your support and are eager to share more tales with you that will encourage you to confidently and proudly face each new phase of your journey. Keep in mind that the only way to exhibit true beauty is to dare to be yourself, regardless of what other people may think. Stay brave and loyal to yourself.